Governor Murphy conditionally vetoed a bill that would separate the firefighters and police officers' pensions from the state management. Now, the cop unions and the firefighter unions are calling this a victory despite the veto because it was a conditional veto, which means it goes back to the legislature for them to do what the governor essentially described as tweaking some of the technical aspects. And according to the unions, this would better protect the pension holders and the taxpayers. Now, once that comes back from the legislature, the governor's likely to sign it, and it will have him making good on one of the key campaign promises that he made, arguably the one main reason that the firefighters and the cops, their union leaders, got behind Governor Murphy when he was running for governor. Pat Colligan, who is the president of the New Jersey Policemen's Benevolent Association, issued a statement that included today's changes establish a solid future funding for our pensions and an eventual pathway for the return of cost of living adjustments. Now, the cost of living adjustments were a source of contention when Chris Christie was our governor. He pushed back on it, saying that we can't afford it, we've got to protect the taxpayers, and he continued to not let this idea progress. Now, on the other side, John Donadio, who is the executive director of the Association of Counties, effectively said that it was troublesome on two levels. Number one, that taxpayers would be paying 3 times as much into the policeman and firefighter union pensions as the actual pension recipients. And two, the risk, if the funds underperform, would be on New Jersey taxpayers and not the unions. I want to welcome my friend Eddie Donnelly, who is the president of the Firefighters Mutual Benevolent Association. I want to ask you just to address specifically that concern about the burden being on the taxpayers and not the unions. What do you say about that?
So, Bill, there's one reason for that. 2000, we were funded 400%. Today, we're funded under 70%. The only reason that we have that funding problem is because local government didn't make their payments for all those years. Police and firefighters never missed a payment, Bill. Local government missed it due to the state allowing them to for almost a decade.
Eddie, let me ask you, this is the first time that New Jersey is actually doing something that, although not apples to apples, but very similar what we've seen in other states like Wisconsin, where firefighters and cops are separated from the rest of the public unions. And I suspect a lot of that is because of the nature of the hard work that you and the police officers do, putting your lives on the line. Are you happy to see this happen in New Jersey?
Bill, I'm so happy. We worked for 3.5 years to get this to where it is today. That conditional veto that Governor Murphy put forth did not take the meat and potatoes of this bill out. We still have full independence for this board. We will be true fiduciaries and act with one mission, Bill, that's 100% funding of this pension system, which at the end of the day will bring costs down for local government, and taxpayers will reap the benefit.
Okay. Eddie, good to talk to you. Thanks for joining me tonight.
You too, Bill. Thank you. Bye-bye.